Hey friend, I noticed that you checked out my 14 days to Unshakable Confidence Challenge, where I send you a free signed copy of my new book, Meant for More, Igniting Your Purpose in a World That Tries to Dim Your Light. And I also noticed you haven't quite said yes yet. Well, I wanted to just share with you a little bit about the book and read some of it from you, and then talk a little bit about the challenge, because you might still have questions, which is awesome, right? We want to know either like what it's about or what we're going to be going through. And so what's really fun about this book is that you get a copy of it, and I'll read the back of it so that you can kind of get the gist. And then, like I said, I'll go over some of what we're going to be going over in the 14 Days to Unshakable Confidence Challenge, so that you can know whether or not this is for you. All right? So in my book, Meant for More, and I will say, side note, you can't get this anywhere except for by joining the challenge. And so it's exclusive to my challengers, and then there's really fun resources that come along with it as well. But in this book, I share real experiences and insights on what's really going on inside of us, how we dim our light, and how we all struggle to find and step into our purpose, even when we already know what it is. I answer questions as to why women feel the need to tear each other down, how to build your tribe, and how to know and grow in the gifts your Creator has given you. You may laugh, you may cry, you will finally feel understood. You will be challenged to own your purpose unapologetically, so that you can make a meaningful impact in the world and shine bright no matter what anyone else may say. So as you guys can see, this book is awesome. It is a message that is, yes, there is some of my story in here, but it really is a message that I believe that I've been entrusted with, along with a lot of other influencers as well, right? Like, you can see the trend that a lot of people are talking about this, but to really be unapologetic, and to really kind of unpack what it means to step into our purpose, and what the heck does our purpose even mean, and if I even have a purpose, well, how can I be confident in that, right? Which is why I have my 14 Days to Unshakable Confidence Challenge. So the questions that I have for you, that to see if this is for you, to see if this 14 Days to Unshakable Confidence Challenge is for you, is if you feel like there are areas in your life that you feel like you could benefit from if you had more confidence, right? So maybe that's in your health. Maybe that is in finding your voice. Maybe that is in finding your purpose and uncovering that. Maybe it's with your finances. Maybe it's with your relationships. Maybe it's in your business, right? If you want to do the thing, sell the thing, create the thing, share the thing, launch the thing, whatever it might be, if we don't have this foundation of unshakable confidence, when things get hard, when people say no, when we get the door slammed in our face, when we get another rejection letter, whatever it might be, right? When friends walk away, or relationships fall apart, or, we don't go to the gym, right? So whatever it might be, if we don't have this foundation of confidence, then that's where we fall apart. That's when we buckle under the pressure. That's when we feel like we want to give up and give in and just throw in the towel and not move forward. And so maybe if you have ever felt like you wanted to be confident on the inside and the outside. I know for me, so much of my life, I have looked confident on the outside, but on the inside was a completely different story. I drowned in limiting beliefs, and I felt like the way that I was made was wrong. I felt like so much of who I thought I should have been, right? Like, I was either too much, and so then I would turn my too much into not enough, and I would dim my light, and I would play small, or I would pretend to be somebody else so that other people would like me, because I was afraid of rejection. I could achieve my way out of anything, because if I stayed busy and stayed achieving and stayed, on the to-do list and like got my stuff done, I wouldn't have to be in deeper relationships. And so things stayed on the surface, and I was really, really insecure deep down. And so maybe that's you. Maybe you feel like you want to be confident on the inside and the outside. And that's what this challenge really is all about, right? It's about getting that unshakable confidence to where We know who we are and the unique design that we were made, and we're unapologetic about that. It's like I said, it's not the surface confidence, you guys. Like, yes, we talk about the cute lip gloss and cute clothes and that kind of thing, and how to like dress the part on the outside, but it's really matching the inside with the outside. So we do dive deeper, you guys, because the whole thing is that we have these limiting beliefs that hold us back. It's the, I don't feel like I'm not enough. I don't have what it takes. I'm not smart enough. I'm gonna fail. They're gonna make fun of me. They're gonna reject me. It's all of this stuff that causes us to not share our voice, to not share our message, to not build our influence, to not write the book, to not launch the blog, to sell the thing, to create the thing, to launch the thing, to do a Facebook Live, like whatever that might be for you, right? And so when we are confident on the inside and the outside, we come into alignment with our purpose. And we are able to start to attract and manifest so much of what are those hopes and dreams that we have buried in our heart. We start to bring those into our life because of this foundation that we have built. Maybe another reason for you, if you identify with this, for you to take the challenge is, I know especially there are so many women that identify with this, but maybe you look in the mirror and you hate the way that you look. Right? Or maybe you've like taken like 20 different selfies and you're like, oh, not that one, like, oh, not that one, right? Or you just look in the mirror and it's like, oh, like this, and that my too big this, and my jiggly that, and my like, right? We start to pick ourselves apart and we start to tear ourselves down. And what if this challenge was the thing that you needed to be able to look in the mirror and tell yourself that you are amazing and that you do have what it takes, and you are divinely created. You are not a mistake, right? You are enough. Imagine what that could look like, that if you were able to have the confidence and the power and the clarity to every time you looked at yourself in the mirror, that there was nothing but love and gratitude, right? How amazing would that be? That's what this challenge is all about, you guys. Another thing, right, that I want to ask you, like, maybe you have seen someone walk into a room that was so confident, and not like the cocky, like right, like I'm the, like my S doesn't stink, my stuff doesn't stink, but like the confident, magnetic, where it's like they walk into the room and their essence is just magnetic. And you want to be that person, right? You want to learn how to do that. You want to be able to walk into a meeting, or whether it's a networking meeting, a sales meeting, a conference, a date, a meeting, coffee date with girlfriends, lunch with girlfriends, whatever it might be. And all of a sudden you are the one that walks in magnetic. And you are the one that just attracts and brings people together. And you are the it person. You are the influencer. You are the one that when you say something, people hang on your every word. And they trust you and they love to be around you. And they just want more of you and of your essence and of your being and of your energy. Right? I'm going to be able to teach you guys how to do that. The next thing I want to ask you guys is, have you ever wanted to be more sure of yourself, right? Have you ever like apologized so much over little things where you're just like, you're tired of apologizing? You want to be more sure of yourself and the decisions that you make. Maybe you feel stuck. Maybe you feel in overwhelm, or maybe you feel, I actually just finished a challenge with another group of women, and one of the gals, she was so excited because when she joined the challenge, she said that she felt like she was like a car doing donuts like in a parking lot. Like she was just like going and going and spinning her wheels and just like going in circles and not ever getting anywhere. And now with the things that we worked on throughout the challenge, with the 14 days to unshakable confidence, she feels like she has the alignment and the clarity and the direction to move forward, to get unstuck, to quit going in the circles. I know so many times entrepreneurs, it's like you kind of feel like you're like throwing spaghetti up on the wall and like seeing what sticks. And it's just like, whoa, like all like drips down the wall and nothing sticks, right? Like That's a big deal, you guys. So what if you finally had like the clarity and the confidence to quit going in circles and to move forward, right? To get unstuck and to move forward and to get into bold and inspired action because of this foundation of unshakable confidence that we have built. Does that sound good, you guys? Like give some love, like raise your hand, like give me an oh yeah if that is making sense to you. So you guys, what we're going to be covering in the 14 days to Unshakable Confidence Challenge. First of all, I actually want you to imagine what it would look like in your life, that if you had the confidence to get into action and get out of overwhelm, what would that look like for you? Maybe what would it look like for you if you were confident on the inside and the outside? What would it look like for you? Imagine with me for a second if you had the ability to speak comfortably, to share your voice, to own your message, and know that it was meant to help and to serve others. Imagine what it would look like for you if the fear of failure, if the fear of rejection, if the fear of what others might think, if those no longer held you back. Imagine what it would look like for you, right? If you didn't have the anxiety, the fear, the hesitation, if you were going to do the thing, create the thing, launch the thing, move forward in the thing, right? How amazing would that feel? And imagine what that would look like for you, that if you had the confidence to go after your dreams, to get in alignment so that you can confidently, authentically, and unapologetically shine. Does that sound like something that you want? Because that's what this challenge is all about, right? And we talked about, like, it's not this surface confidence, right? It's not the, the cute lip gloss and the pull your shoulders back and there you go, friend, like you're confident. Like this is like, which yes, we do talk about that stuff. Don't get me wrong. Those are great tools, but we dive deeper. We dive deeper into the limiting beliefs that hold us back in the first place, that tell us that we're not enough in the first place, that tell us that they're going to make fun of you or they're going to reject you if you say that or if you launch that or if you do that or if you sell that or right, whatever it might be. I even actually just had a girlfriend who she doesn't have a business and she just finished the challenge as well, but she was able to take off the masks of perfectionism, and it helped in her marriage and with her little girls. Right, and she said that there was so much freedom in that even in the other night where she had a hard day and she was tired and like things weren't going right, and she was putting her little girl to sleep, and she was saying like, okay, like, it's time to go to bed, and her mom, and the little girl was like, Mommy, are you tired today? Was today a hard day? And she said in the past that she would have said like, no, I'm good, like I got it, right? Because she was afraid that if she showed vulnerability to her daughter, that her daughter would either lose respect or not think that she was a strong woman or like whatever it might be, right? But instead, she was able to like take that mask of perfectionism off through the 14 Days to Unshakable Confidence Challenge, and she was able to show up authentically with her daughter and show up in a way, in truth and in vulnerability, and saying, yeah, you know what? Today was hard and I'm kind of tired from it. But you know what? That's okay. There are days like that. But I know who I am, I know whose I am, and I know that tomorrow will be another day. And we're going to make it better, and we have the choice to pull out the gold nuggets from this day and to pull out, to be grateful for the little things. And so she got to have this amazing life lesson with her daughter that she'd never had before in the past, because she always felt like she had to like show that she was perfect, to show that strength to her daughter. But her being honest and truthful and vulnerable opened the door for an incredible conversation with her little girl. And she said it has impacted her marriage, and that it has impacted her family and the relationship that she has with her husband. You guys, this is awesome stuff. Like, what would that look like for you? right? In the relationships that you have, whether it's with your kids, if you have kids, or if it's with the closer and the more intimate relationships that you have, what would that look like for you if you had the freedom to show up authentically in your vulnerability? There is strength, and there is truth, and there is depth, right? What would that look like for you? So in the 14 Days to Unshakable Confidence Challenge, what we go over is, I kind of like to use this analogy of remodeling a house, right? So HGTV, it's kind of the hottest rage right now, you know, where it's like people go into this old house and the designer goes in and they get the, you know, maybe there's like some weird funky floor plan and some weird walls and like cracks in the foundation and bad wiring and bad plumbing, right? So it's, we kind of go through this evaluation stage, and then we go through the demo, right? We go through like kind of the messy stuff where we're taking out those weird walls and we're taking out the funky wiring and we're filling in the cracks of the foundation. And then we go through this awesome, this grand reveal and this redesign, so that the new house that you have intentionally built for yourself, right? This house that you have then intentionally built for yourself, that's not based off of a shaky foundation that has cracks in it, and you don't have the walls up anymore, you don't have the bad wiring anymore, right? We get to redesign it in a way that will serve you for every area of your life, right? It is beautiful, and it is amazing, and it is powerful. And people are going to notice. They're going to notice your light. They're going to notice your confidence. They're going to notice the way that you shine, your energy, your vibration, the message that you have been given clarity on, because you are confident in who you are, in whose you are, in where your confidence is, in the way that you were designed. And that doesn't include, right, the cracks in the foundation. It doesn't include the limiting beliefs. It doesn't include the fears, the anxiety, the things that hold us back and that cause us to dim our light. That's what this challenge is all about. So if you are ready, if your heart is saying yes, and you might be experiencing this, right? Maybe your heart might be saying yes, and all of a sudden your limiting beliefs are kicking in, and your ego is saying, oh, I don't know if I have enough time, or I don't know if I have the money, or I don't know if is this really going to work, right? Now all of a sudden, like, these are the limiting beliefs that kick in, right? But your heart is saying yes. Like, this is what we need. Like, your soul is like being drawn to this. And then all of a sudden, boop, 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 limiting beliefs come in, right? These are the things that we work on. So this is why you should say yes, my friend. This is why you should say yes. This challenge is for you. This is your time. All you have to do is say yes. Join the challenge, and I can't wait to see you behind the scenes, because I can't wait to go through this process with you, to be your guide, right? This is not about me, you guys. This is about you. The things that I've learned in my journey, I share a lot throughout the challenge, because I wasn't always like this. I didn't know my voice. I was, like I said, stuck in limiting beliefs. Sometimes I was too much. Sometimes I was not enough. Sometimes I pretended to be somebody else. And so I went on this deep spiritual journey, worked with some of the top coaches in the world, where I give you guys so many of these techniques and so many of the things that helped create life-changing shifts in me, that gave me the permission that I needed and the clarity and the confidence that I needed to show up in the world and to shine bright. And so now it's my turn to pass the torch, to pass the light, to pass the lessons on to you, because they're not for me to keep. So this is not about me, you guys. This is about you. This is about your message. This is about your light. This is about you getting into alignment with your purpose, taking bold and inspired action so that you can confidently, authentically, and unapologetically shine. I'll see you guys in the challenge. I can't wait to see you there.